We are very sad to have to bid goodbye to Ma-Shope, but at the same time, we appreciate her life. It needs to be celebrated because she lived a life of struggle. I first met her in Tanzania in 1976. I was still a student then, and they came as mothers of the ANC to come and see us students who had just arrived. And I remember that day as if it's today. And they spoke to us not only as revolutionaries, but also as mothers. So we felt that we have mothers in the ANC. And of course, she also led the women's section, and eventually when I grew up, I joined the women's section, and she led us. And I don't know, you are young. When the ANC was unbanned, she led the first group of people to come back, first group of women. Before men came back, there were women who were sent. She led that group. She offered that as women were ready, and I'm ready to lead. And she led that group to come back into the country. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we were ready to come. I was fortunate to be part of the women she led coming back. But she was very humble. Humility was one of her values that she lived. She didn't just say, she lived. You wouldn't know that she was such a high-ranking official in the ANC if you didn't know, because she was very humble, very motherly, but a strong revolutionary who was willing to give her all so that South Africa should be free. But she also interacted with women from the continent. She wasn't just known in South Africa, but she was known all over the continent. And in fact, interestingly, one professor from Ghana did a tribute for her. I hope the family can give it to you. He might even be at the funeral, because they took her as one of the Panafricanists who didn't only want South Africa to be free, but wanted Africa to be free.
We are talking about, those leaders who are, totally different, gave it all. They fought for democracy, not knowing that, it would even come. She was amongst the fortunate who, lived to see the day, 30 years into democracy. And one wonders how, she would characterize, the current state, of the party that, she was willing to die for.
Well, I'm here to talk about her. I'm not here to speculate about something she would have thought that I do not know. But what I know is that she was also amongst the first women to go to Parliament and to make sure that the racist apartheid laws are removed, that women are also part of every area of human endeavor. I remember when we're going to Parliament, some of the media were saying, what do these women know about Parliament? The men were going to Parliament for the first time, like us. But they were saying, what do these women know about Parliament? But I remember Ma-Shope, Sisulu, Ma-Shope, and many others, Ma-Qowa, were exemplary in Parliament. Some of them, like Sisulu and others were in the portfolio, in the health portfolio committee. They read. When they were in the portfolio committee, they stood their ground with facts. Even when difficult laws were being debated, bills were being debated, they knew the content. And they surprised a lot of people who came to oppose, and they were there to say, no, these are the facts, and this is why this bill must go and be law.